So guys, today mainly what I want to talk about. Well, today I don't have class, so it's Friday, and it's one of the best Fridays ever because I don't have class, and because today's the 31 days that I've been vlogging. So today's going to be specifically about the pros and cons about vlogging, and a little tips that I've learned, and maybe that you can use later on in the future when you decide to make your vlog, or if you're making your vlog, maybe there's something that you don't know that I share with you that you may use. And if likewise, same with you, if you want to share some with me, I'll be glad to read it on the description, in the comments that you post. So with no further ado, let's get to the pros and cons and tips about vlogging. Well, let's start with the pros. What are the pros for vlogging? For me, one of the pros for vlogging is you really step out of your comfort zone, and especially talking to a camera. And in that camera or in the video, you're talking to potentially that could be millions of people or just one person. And then you get to the part where, so it's kind of like a self-therapy thing where you get to really release stuff that you have in here, inside of you, inside here, and really just share who you are and really express yourself, talking to yourself through a camera, and potentially, like I said again, either millions of people or just one. The other one, the pros, is you get to create stories. And what I mean you get to create stories is anything in the day you can talk about, anything, whatever you want to talk about, you can talk about. This is your platform, this is your video, you can talk about whatever you want. And that's the really cool thing about it, because I can create stories. Like my last one was, one of the ones that I did was when my little niece was born, or when I lost my camera, or when I had to do my my sticker, the plate sticker for my car, you know, or fixing the AC for my car. Major things that I had to deal with that I thought were good stories. And then another pro is that you get to really, if you want to make this a creative vlog, you can work with different angles, different shots. You can pre-plan your shots, or you can just flow with it. So some of the cons that I learned were, on the editing wise, even though you get faster at editing, you learn the cons of that you have to learn the software that you're on. And you really have to focus and know what you're doing in order to do it fast. The good thing that I already had learned how to do it, so it helped me out a little bit. But you know, learning new things, if you want new ideas, you want to get certain shots, or you want to get certain images or things on there, it's important for you to know how to edit and know what you want and how to do it. Another thing is you have to struggle with the Wi-Fi and the downloading and how fast your internet is. That's a big major thing, because if your internet's not fast enough, you're gonna have a hard time doing your videos, well, uploading your videos to YouTube. Second of all is downloading and waiting for the time for your video to download after you're finished editing, because it takes a while depending on how long your video is and how fast your processor on your computer is. And also your computer is important, because if you don't have a computer that edits, or you don't have the program that edits, or you don't have a computer that does it fast enough, it's really hard to get that through, like your process through downloading your videos, uploading. And if you have a computer that does that is not a MacBook Pro, then good for you. All right, and then the next thing is internet. Okay. The next thing is having the time to shoot when you're super busy, or you have a lot of things to do and you really don't want to talk about those things because those things are more personal to you. It's really hard to choose what you want to show people, because you want to show something fun, something entertaining, but at the same time, maybe that day you're not feeling it, you're not having anything entertaining. So it's really tough to get something out there if you're not feeling it, but you got to push yourself to do it. So that's a con on it. Another thing too is if you get delayed, you kind of feel like you want to quit and stop the whole videos, especially when you have like 1 or 2 views on your YouTube account. It's not that fun to see that. Also, you gotta remember that you're just starting, so you're not automatically gonna go from like 1 to like a million unless you do really crazy things and people like it, and you're really good at your whatever you're doing. I don't know, it just depends. It depends what you're doing and how you're doing it, that will matter the most. So I am under the orange tree, and some of the tips that I have are, okay, so it's very important that after you finish your day to upload the videos as quick as possible you can to your computer. I recommend that you use an external drive. So I recommend, like, after you finish recording through the day, upload as soon as possible, start editing as soon as possible, and just go and finish it as soon as possible. That's like the number one to do. Secondly is, if you don't want to carry a big camera around, it's really good to get a point and shoot. That will work great. I myself have a Sony, and it's just like one of the small Sonys. It's pretty cheap, it's not expensive. Well, it is a lot of money still. It's like 300 bucks, 300 or more bucks. You can get it off Amazon or Best Buy. They're cheaper there. It's always good to have a point and shoot and have right like next to your belt, or like hanging on you. Don't hang it. Put it in a belt. Put it in your somewhere that you know it will be really attached, because you don't want to lose your camera. And I think that's one of the most important things to do. Really, when you're going to places, make sure that you know where your stuff is at, and you're always aware of your equipment, because at any point you could forget about it and lose it, just like I did, or anytime you can leave it and somebody can steal it. So make sure that you know where everything's at all times. When you're vlogging, don't be scared to be who you are, because that's what you want people to know you, and you don't want people to know you as somebody fake who's pretending to be someone they're not. And then when you finally start being who you are, because you get comfortable, then people are going to be like, what changed, you know? And you don't want to go through that. So just be who you are on the camera, and make sure that you just be free to do what you want. And remember that it's your channel and it's your YouTube, and that you're putting out what you want to share with the world. So yeah. And another thing too, it's okay to get ideas from other people. Just make sure that you reference them, or credit them. If you're gonna get their music, if you're gonna get like some video clip from them, always make sure you do that. It's very important to do that. And always make sure that you know the copyrights, because you don't want to get in trouble with YouTube, because they will give you strikes and they will close your YouTube down. One of the things that I really encourage people to do when they're doing vlogs is, one, sound. You want to have a good sound, you want to sound clear, and you don't want to overdo it, but you want people to hear what you're saying at all times. Secondly is, you want to have good lighting, and you want to have not overexposure, and you want to not be too much in the dark. This is a pretty good place. I'm not overexposed. I'm still in the shade. You can see my face clearly. So sound, lighting, and then what's the last one? There's always one more. Oh, and how you hold the camera. There's been things that I've learned that I shot the camera like this, and you really don't want to see this. You don't want to see your nose. No one wants to see up your nose. No one wants to see this. I mean, if you're doing it for a certain reason or a certain shot, you're talking to somebody, or you want to show something like this, would be pretty cool. It depends on the shot. But if you're not and you're just talking to people, you don't want to do this. You always want to put it up here where you can talk to them, or at your eye level you can talk to them and be up here. It's really, really dangerous to like look up like you've seen me do, and this is still what I'm learning. And you look up and you're talking to the screen instead of talking to the camera. So that's also important to keep an eye on. So pretty much sound, lighting, and the way your angles of the camera, that will help you shoot better and make your videos better. So those are the tips. Hope that they were good. So now let's continue with our day. So this is the only thing that I could find that I had here with me. I didn't want to buy any confettis or stuff like that. So this is the only thing I have for celebration of 31 videos that we have made. This is my trophy, my celebration. Alright, putting this aside, let's talk real talk. So you've seen the pros and cons of what this vlogs took. You've seen the tips that I've encouraged you with, and I hope they encouraged you in some way. So for the vlog, since the vlog is the main thing that I'm doing here, for the vlog I will mainly be doing vlogs through Monday through Friday. So I could have my weekends to shoot videos, to shoot other videos besides vlogging all day. So guys, that is it for vlog 31, and I hope that in some way these vlogs have encouraged you, and as we continue together in these vlogs, I hope that they still continue and you continue watching
as more and more exciting things happen. So guys, that is it for today. I hope you have a great day, evening or night, whatever time you're watching this, and have a great day. All right guys, we'll see you later. Peace.